So bro, so in today's video I'm going to be going over what is your why. There's many people on self-improvement, they get onto this journey, they start setting tasks, they maybe even have a habit tracker right now and they're sticking to that, staying relentless on that habit tracker, checking every single box off. But then they hit a wall. Then they hit a wall that they just can't get over. They can't figure out why there's a wall in front of them. All they know is they can't get past that wall. And that wall is feeling lost. You're feeling lost in this journey and you've forgotten why you're doing this in the first place. You might be feeling clouded in your mind. What even is this? You might be even contemplating life. Why am I even here? You might get to that point, that level of thinking when you hit that wall. And that wall is difficult to cross only if you don't know your why. And that is why I'm going to make a video today on that topic. What is your why? So I'm going to ask you this question really quickly. If you were to stop right now, if you were to just give up right now, who would you disappoint? What are the people which you would disappoint in your life right now? Maybe even the people that are going to come into your life in the future. I want you to list those people, at least in your head. If you're really a top 1% killer, you've got a piece of paper and a pen out right now and you're making a list of the people you would disappoint. But if you're feeling kind of lazy, that's fine. Do it in your head, but just know that your competition is doing better than you. And I want you to list out all of the people you would disappoint. And then I want you to list out, what would you think about yourself? If you were to stop right now, if you were to just give up all the productive tasks that you've set for yourself, all the goals that you've set for yourself, all the ambitions, all the dreams that you've visualized yourself being in, what would you think about yourself if you were to give up right now? If you just stop right now and re-evaluate everything, you know what, I'm going to take the safe route. I'm just going to find a really good 9 to 5, work my way up the ladder and get a mortgage and just be normal. What would you think about yourself? I want you to sit and think about that for a moment. I want you to live in that, to see what it would be like to lay in your deathbed and realize that you've given up on your potential. You've never even lived up to your potential. You don't even know what your potential was, what it could have been. For the rest of your life, you're going to live in the could have been. I could have been this. I could have achieved this. I could have done that. Now, in my opinion, that is the worst reality ever bestowed upon a man. I'd rather die 20 years, 30 years sooner than to live in that reality for the rest of my life. In no way, shape or form am I ever going to let myself get to that degree of failure. That is failure. I want you to know that. Now that you've got the list of all the disappointments, all of the disappointed people, what you would think about yourself if you were to become this little failure, I want you to think about, what do you do this for? What is the reason behind all of this? You know, you say you want a Lambo, some of you do, some of you don't. You say you want like this big mansion, you say you want to live like this big life, you want to travel, you want to make all this money. But what are you doing that for? You don't need all of those things to not disappoint all the people you've listed. All you need is just live a above average life and they'll be proud of you. So why do you need all those things? Why do you need all of this success that you've told yourself that you need? You need to think about this for a second because this is very important. You need to reevaluate what you want, because there's gonna become a time where you're gonna hit that wall and it's going to be a win or fail situation. In that little 10-second decision, you either win everything you've ever dreamed of having or losing everything. There's gonna come a time like that. And I want you to be prepared for that. So what are you doing this for? Is it for happiness? Is it to feel proud of yourself? Is it to feel better than everybody else? Now that's a valid point. I just want you to be clear on this. I want you to be honest with yourself. Any dark truths about yourself that you actually desire, those guilty pleasures about yourself, I want you to get as clear as possible. Because we're talking about your success here, for God's sake. It comes up to you. Men don't attract that which they want, but that which they are. And I'll see you in the next one.